Hey guys, we are back. So last episode we started looking at what it was going to take to give us our dirty green science, and we looked at what it was going to take to do our wood and things like that. And in just a second, I'm going to show you my Viagra factory. In the meantime, before we get started on that, what I want to get started on is something else. 1, 2, 3. I think 3 will do us. I want to start working on getting the seeds that we can get from these plants, or from these gardens. Now, I don't want to use up all of the gardens. We have several gardens. I don't want to use all of any of them. We got 13 temperate, we've got 8 swamp, and we got 18 desert. And then when we picked them up, we got some seeds, but we didn't get all of the seeds that are available from each type of garden. So because this process takes a long time, I want to go ahead and get this set up and get it started. So let's do temperate first. And if we go over here, we can look and we see we've only got one type of seed from the tempered garden. Now we do have some of these other things that we can make seeds out of. And before we get started, let's actually do that. Let's go ahead and do what seeds we can make first. And go from there. So that one's not one we can make. Can we make that one? Yeah, we can make that one. Let's bang out what seeds we can get first. Alright, so that we know what seeds we've got. So we did that one. Did we do that one? Alright, so we can't do that one. So we don't have any of those. Alright. Alright, there we go. So we've got all the seeds we can make. So let's look at temperate garden. And out of the temperate garden, we've got 2 of the seeds. We've got this wheaten seed and this Tanaton seed. But we don't have the last 3. Now, temperate gardens, we have 13 of them. So we're going to do, let's do 1, 2, 3. We'll start with 3. And the reason I want to get these started is they take a while to do. So we'll go ahead and get them started. Let's do the swamp seeds. And out of the swamp seeds, we've got 2 of them. The first 2, we don't have the last 2. And swamp seeds, we got 8. So let's do 1, 2, 3. We're going to try and keep 5. We'll get that started. And then last is desert seed extraction. And out of that, looks like we've got the first 2 seeds as well. We don't have the last 3. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. Let's do 5. Right? We got enough of those. So now that we've got those started, we'll let them run and do their thing and extract the seeds. It's going to take a while. So let's go up here and look at our Viagra factory. So we'll go all the way up here to the top. And the first thing we need, of course, we need compost. In order to make compost, we need brown algae. Now I'm going to have to add some more composters because these are backed up. I'm going to have to add some more. Or actually, I'm probably just going to have to add some more factories. So we take the compost, we add it to mud. That's going to give us soil. And we can take the soil and we put it into the seed, the tree seed generators, and just soil and water generates tree seeds. And we got a crap ton of tree seeds now. And then the soil also comes down here. I apologize for the bit of noise. And it comes to the arboretums, and the soil, the tree seed, and the water make trees. So then the trees pop out. They come on down here, and they come to the assemblers, and the assemblers cut them up. They pick up the trees, and they spit them out. And they also, sometimes they spit out a saw blade. Sometimes they use the saw blade up and don't have any more. So what I've done is we have a loop here that it spits it out, comes around, picks it back up, spits it out, comes around, picks it back up, over and over until the saw blade is worn out. And in order to cover any losses, each of them has a number of saw blades in a box, and it just picks it up, puts it back on the belt. So it keeps it supplied with saw blades. These just keep right on going. And basically that is giving us a whole lot of wood. And by a whole lot of wood, I mean we've got wood for days. We're just going to let this run. We're going to fill up this warehouse and get all the wood we can. So there's our Viagra factory, because, you know, it's making wood. So we got that going. I got some tweaking to do to it, obviously, up here with the soil manufacturing, which is fine, because for our next project, or for, you know, our next project with these seeds, we're going to need soil. So let's go down here and look and see where we are. So we're still cook. See, this takes forever. That's why I wanted to get this one started, because that is going to take quite some time. So let's put down a chest, and in that chest we're going to put all of this green science stuff, all of this dirty green science stuff. We don't need it right now. Let's get it out of our hands. What the intention is we're going to set up a loop for farming basically the seeds. We're going to put down a farm, we're going to have it grow, turn into the crop, we're going to harvest the crop, turn the crop into seed, and we're just going to keep rotating that until we have a chest full of seed. Now, we don't know what we're doing with them yet, but might as well get started on building up a supply of them so that when we're ready for them, we can just dump them right into the system and go from there. So that's kind of where we stand with that. We're not really going too far down the green tech tree. Oh, speaking of the tech tree, let's do that too right quick. All right, so I've been doing some looking, and we're starting to get out into the biters. Excuse me. And the small biters are pretty simple, but the medium and large biters, they take quite a bit of damage, you know, to kill. Their mediums are 400, the large ones are 750, and we're not dealing out a whole lot of damage. And you know, these guys are kicking out, you know, along with the normal acid, we got fire, we got poison, we got all kinds of stuff that they're kicking out. So I thought, let's go ahead and do something, and we'll fight them with us. And the one thing I've been looking at is apparently in this game, or in this mod, there's a sniper rifle. And the sniper rifle does 2400% bonus damage. So if you're doing the armor piercing rounds, you're looking at somewhere around 250, I think it is, damage per shot, with a shooting speed of half a second. So I think that's a pretty decent, you know, amount of damage. So we're going to shoot for getting the sniper rifle. Now, we're actually pretty close on this. The only things we need is we need basic chemistry, water treatment, advanced steel smelting, advanced nickel, hydro refining, zinc refining, invar smelting, brass smelting, and then that will get us the weapons test kitting. And then that opens up all of the military science. That's apparently this mod's version of the military science. So we're going to start moving in that direction. We did do the zinc stuff before that we were looking for, so we are kind of headed in that direction already. Anyway, the one thing I do want to add to that, though, is I think I want to look at the solar power, because that's going to give us, right now we have the ability to make regular solar panels. And if we look, find where they are. So the medium solar panels do 60 kilowatts maximum output. They take 14 circuits, 4 copper, 4 steel plate. If we look at the large ones, they take twice as much copper, twice as much steel plate, and 10 more electronic circuits. But they're going to give us 107 kilowatts out as opposed to the 60. So just under double. So I think we're going to shoot for doing those just to be able to do them. It's just, I want to try them out, see how they do, see how they compare, if it's worth getting them. But we're going to go ahead and do the research for that. Okay, so there's that. And the other reason for that is, if you look, we're kind of starting to get right up against the biters. And in looking at a lot of the tech, we already have the ability to do blue algae. Now, blue algae gets us into the oils and things like that, and we don't have oil production yet. So we're going to have to do a blue algae farm. We've already got a green algae farm for our power. We're going to probably need more green algae as time goes on because we're going to increase the power. We're definitely going to need more brown algae if we continue down the dirty green science path, because we need it for the soil for composting. And we're definitely going to need blue algae in order to make oil. So we're going to need a lot of area for algae, it looks like. And yes, we have a lot of area. We have a lot of area up here, but we're going to start building on some of this production for our metals and stuff. We're going to run out of space. So we want to be able to take a lot of this over, which is why we're looking at the firepower technology and stuff like that. So that's kind of why we're headed also in the direction of the sniper rifle. So red algae, I don't know that we need it right now, but we will down the road. But we definitely are going to want to be able to get the sniper rifle. So we're going to need basic chemistry for that. And SNIP. Right? Now, there's also a sniper turret, but it's basically the exact same science except for turrets, and we've already got turrets. All right, so that's we're gonna grab basic chemistry, right? And we're gonna get water treatment too. Oops. And then we're gonna get advanced smelting and casting. We're going to get nickel smelting, and we're already making nickel. So, we're okay there. And then we're going to get hydro refining, and it looks like hydro refining is probably going to give us better production of our materials anyway, of our metals. So we're definitely going to take that. And then that's going to leave us advanced zinc, and then this Invar, and then finally brass, which is, it makes sense that brass goes in the military because, brass for your ammo. So there's that. So let's go back and see what that's going to give us for tech, what it's going to open up. Now, again, I don't know that we need engines yet for trains and things like that. Anyway, silicone processing is just going to give us silicone wafers and stuff. We've already got the silicone smelting that we wanted in order to increase our iron production. So we're okay there. So I don't think that's going to really help us out much. Steel filter furnace is going to start giving us the ability to filter just like with the stone furnaces. I don't know that we need that yet. We may eventually, but we've got filter inserters, so we're okay there. Logistics 2 is going to give us faster belts, but again, I don't know that we need it yet. For some reason, that gives us automobiles. I don't know how that factors in, but whatever. powder metallurgy is eventually going to give us cement and stuff. So I think we're on the right track by doing the sniper stuff. So that's where we're going to go technology-wise to start off. And again, like I say, a lot of this is this Atmos science, and there's a ton of it. So we're just going to keep going down the Atmos trail for now. This dirty green science thing is kind of a hobby almost at this point. But yeah, so there's that. Now, in order to do a lot of this new smelting stuff that we need to do, one of the things that we need to build this stuff is bricks. Bricks are starting to factor into a lot of the level 2 machinery and stuff, so we have to work on bricks. Now bricks, in order to get bricks, where is it? There it is, bricks. So bricks are going to require unburnt bricks, and unburnt bricks are going to require lime, clay, and sand. Well, lime comes from limestone. So we're going to need limestone, we're going to need sand, and we're going to need clay. And if you notice, those are all done in a washing plant. And the other thing that is done in a washing plant is the geodes, so we can start collecting geodes. Now, we haven't gone down the trail of finding the technology for geodes yet, other than washing the mud for the blue geodes. So we can start collecting the blue geodes, and we can start buffering for time, as it were. We can start putting them away in a warehouse, and when we're ready, we've already collected a bunch of them. We don't have to wait to collect a bunch. So we need to do the washing. Now, if you'll remember, way back at the beginning, like, 7 episodes ago, which, we've only been doing this for, 9 episodes or whatever, I had this plant, and then I decided we needed extra sand. So we put in a third plant in the middle here. But I had originally left this plant open because I knew we were going to have to do this washing stuff. Well, the time has come, and now we're going to do the washing stuff. So we're gonna pull out this center plant, and we're gonna use it for washing. And we're doing, offhand, I would say we're doing just fine for sand. Now it is going to cut down our mud production some, which is going to affect our green our muddy green science, or our dirty green science, whatever you call it. But that's okay. We'll live with that. So we're going to yank this out, and then we're gonna turn around and we're gonna add some washing ability. So let us go ahead and lose this. Now I'm trying to be careful not to cut off the feed to the other 2 plants, because we still need to maintain the feed between the plants. We just need this center plant going. Alright, there we go. Right? So there's that. Apparently we lost power to this guy in the process. There we go. Okay, there we go. So now, let's look at what we need for each of these items. So for clay, we need concentrated mud water. For limestone, we need light mud water. For sand, we need thin mud water. And for geodes, we need heavy mud water. So if we go up here and we look at what's coming out of this first one, is heavy mud water, and then concentrated mud water, and then light mud water, and then thin mud water. So basically what we need is we need a washing station between each of these sets of plants, with the exception of the last one. We don't need one there. All right? So then this one is going to be geode because that's the heavy mud water. Right, so there's our heavy mud water coming in. And then the next one is going to be the clay. And then the next one is going to be the limestone. And finally the sand. Now, unfortunately, all of these, where is it? There it is, also need water. They just need regular water. And unfortunately, they don't kind of line up. So we're going to have to just kind of bump between them. But we'll get that, we'll get that worked out. So come down here, we'll do the same thing. And what my plan is, eventually we may add above and below, but I don't know about the below because we got this stuff down here. We'll see. But for right now, we're just going to go with one set for each of the two. All right? So copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Right? Now there, 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 and there. And then we should be able to just hook right up like this. Right? And then we're going to need water. I think for right now, we're going to just take these all out into chests. We'll clean this up afterwards. So let's put a chest for each of these. And an inserter. And a power pole. And then we just need water. Right? And water is right here. So we can do this. And that should start giving us Oh, and what do you know? It's going to give us all of the geodes. I thought it only gave us... Oh, okay. It's a percentage for each one. So it's going to give us all the geodes in various percentages. Cool beans. And now we got we've got our clay coming in. We've got our limestone coming in. And we've got our sand coming in. So now we're going to have to bake the limestone to get lime, right? But everything else we have for doing our bricks. So that's kind of the plan. I'm going to have to figure out belts to put in here to bring this stuff out and, you know, make it usable. And then we'll have to cook the lime and we'll have to set up our brick production. But then that's going to start to give us, like I say, all of these new furnaces that are better and stuff like that. But we need them to make our bricks. So we're going to have to take the limestone, cook the limestone down, and we're going to have to do that in a blast furnace. And we're going to have, looks like we're going to need a stack, a burn-off stack, which, alright, we need some circuits to do the burn-off stack. So let's go down here and grab some circuits real quick. And just steal them right off of the belt. So there we go. We'll have a burn-off stack. Oh, you might as well have gone down there anyway, because we need to have a... to make that. We need to do it in a blast furnace. So, do we have any more blast furnaces, or do I have to make one? Blast furnace. We got a blast furnace. What do we need? These, it looks like regular furnace and blast furnace. So, just regular furnace we've got. Do we have any factories? We don't seem to. Let's make one. Let's make a couple. Alright, there we go. So again, I'm just going to set it down up here, just so we see what we got to do. And then we'll kind of go from there. I'm sure I need fuel. Alright, the blast furnace. Right? And that's going to make our lime. So we want that. And then we're going to want limestone. Might as well grab the clay while we're here. And the sand while we're here. So the limestone's going to go in there. And we're going to burn that off. Right, that's going to get rid of our excess. And then from there... we need lime, clay, and sand, and we can just put that into a factory. So there's our lime, clay, and sand. So sand, clay, lime. Tell it to make unburnt bricks. And then we need that and that and some fuel for that, which put all the fuel in the other one. We'll just grab some more fuel. There we go. And now we're making bricks. Right? And that's all we need to be able to make these. We just need to bunch out a whole bunch of clay bricks. All the other equipment that we're gonna be making. So that's the plan, guys, is we're gonna incorporate this into this. We'll probably do some movement of this around off camera, and then we're going to start a production line to do our bricks. So now let's get back down here whilst we're here and see how our little garden processing is doing. We should finally be just about done down here. The only one that's left, and it's only got a couple left. All right. So let's see if we've got everything now. We got that one. We got that one. We got that one. We don't have a Quilnoa seed and a Candolian seed. How many more temperate forests do we have? Or temperate gardens? We've got 10. Let's throw a couple in there and get them started. This one we've got only still the 2, it looks like. We don't have the other ones. How many swamp gardens do we have left? 5. So maybe we'll throw 2 more in there. We'll see how that goes. And then this one we've only got 2 of this one as well. We did not get the Nalburgian, the Zolsquatch, and the Amphimphilia seed. But we have quite a few desert garden seeds left. So if we throw a couple more in there, and we'll see where that goes. I'm going to save at least 1 of each garden. I know we can get more. There's more on the map. We just have to go out and get them. You know, there's a temperate garden there, desert garden. The swamp gardens may be the toughest ones to get. I don't know. We'll see. But they are around. They are available. As soon as we have the sniper rifle, we can kind of go out here and start stagging some more of the other ones up. But I don't want to use up all of them. I'm going to keep at least 1 of each, but we're going to try and get all of those seeds of all the seed types. Now there you go. Now we got that one. We just need these 2 seeds, right? Is where we stand with that. Yeah, so we need the Colian and the Kendallin, and they're 10% and 5% chance. So hopefully, you know, we'll get them. This one, we got 1, 2, 3. We need the last 2, which is Nexaflax and Mushrotato. So 10% and 5% on them as well. This one, I'm really kind of surprised we didn't get the other stuff, because this one seems to have the highest percentages. So we'll see. But that's the plan. I'm going to let these run. We're down to 8 temperate gardens, 3 swamp gardens, and 11 deserts. I'm not going to use up my very last swamp garden, but we'll see what we can get. And that's kind of where things stand, guys. When we come back, we'll have a bunch of those researches done. As a matter of fact, we've got space for another one. So let's look at what the next one on the list for sniper rifle is. We got that one on there. So brass is going to be our next one, and then after that, it's going to be this ablative weapons kit. And so let's add brass to the mix. And once we got all of these, I will put down the ablative weapons test kit as our next science to get. And then, what does red algae get us? Red algae gets us red cellulose fiber and compost. Okay, so what does red cellulose fiber get us? Calcium carbonate. Seems to me we need that for something. Alien bacteria. So, alien bacteria, I believe, is part of what's going to give us the ability to grow the gardens without having to go harvest them. So we may pick up red algae next. I think we're going to pick up wood processing because we're making so many trees. It may save us a couple of steps on the way to making the basic circuit cards. So we're going to pick that one up when we have a chance. That's already on our list. These ones are dirty science. We're not going to get them right now. What's that give us? Electrolyzer 2, which would boost our slag production, I suppose. But we're already doing pretty good on slag production. I don't know. We'll see. Like I say, I'm going to pick up these two definitely between now and the next episode. Once we get this done, I'm going to pick up the weapons science, and we'll pick up these two, and then we'll go from there. So that's where we stand, guys. We're just kind of processing through these gardens. We have our wood going, and we have to redo our mud processing basically, so we can start making bricks. So I'm going to rearrange this off camera. We'll do the research off camera, and then we'll go from there. So next episode, we should have all the seeds that we need, and we can start doing some seed farming. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. You take care. Bye.